Welcome. Today we're adding trim to our double crochet blanket project. This is a beginner tutorial. Let's begin. I'm using a size 6 or an H crochet needle. Thread your crochet hook. I call it a needle, it's a hook. Make sure, again, it's not too tight or too loose on your hook. When adding border, make sure that you put the yarn behind your work and the needle in front of your work. Very important. Now, you can either add these tails back into your work, working them in. You can tie them off, or you can leave them till the end of your project. I leave them because I buy these tags on Etsy that show care instructions, so that when I give this as a gift to my family and friends, that I have the type of yarn it is, whether it's acrylic or cotton, and the care instructions. Okay, let's begin. You're going to want to go through the first 2 crochet, front and back crochet hooks here, and you're going to slip stitch. And how you're going to do the slip stitch again is you're going to go through the first 2, you're going to grab your yarn, pull it through, and you're not going to hook anything around it. You're going to pull it through again. That's a slip stitch. And see, the reason you started with your yarn behind is so that you didn't have the yarn hooked over that first stitch. Then you're going to go ahead back through the second stitch, pull it through, and then pull it through again. The third stitch, pull it through, and then pull it through again. The fourth stitch, so on. It's going to be the same thing, but I'm just going to show you a few samples here of stitches. So at the end of your project, your blanket's going to have a beautiful trim. You can use any color you want, and it's going to be beautiful, and that's what you're going to have for trim. Now, let's do a little fancier one, okay? So again, you're going to start out by what? Putting the yarn on your crochet hook. And same thing, put your yarn behind your project. Now, if you still are tied on to your other project, you're not going to have a problem because you'll be able to just go through the yarn and pick it up. But for purposes of adding a different color, you're going to have to make sure your yarn's behind your work, but your needle's in front of your work. You're going to go through the front and back again, and just like I showed you, you're going to slip stitch. Beautiful. So then you're going to chain. Hopefully you know how to chain. You're going to chain 3, and you're going to go back in, and you're going to slip stitch, just like I showed you. And you do 1, 2. Those little tails really get in the way sometimes. And you're going to go through and chain, slip stitch, and then chain. And then slip stitch, chain 1, 2, and 3. Sorry if I'm confusing you. And go through again these 2 loops. If you take just the front loop here, you're going to have a different style. So you want to make sure that you take both loops. You're pulling through and you're slip stitching. 1, 2, 3. Go through and slip stitch again. 1, 2, and 3, and go through, slip stitch again. And there you go. You have a beautiful little trim border for your project. Now you can add 2 chains here, or 4 chains will make it a little frillier, but you get the idea. So I hope you enjoy this. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.